I'm Ryan Emery, and welcome to episode 2 of City of Stars. Previously, we talked about some of the movies that were released over the summer, as well as the brand new Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I did realize that I completely forgot to include Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, but it wasn't all that great, so not really a big deal. In today's episode, we are going to be talking a lot about the future of the MCU, and at the end, there'll be some very exciting news about James Gunn's DC Cinematic Universe. I am very excited about this episode because I am both a huge Marvel and DC fan. To start us off, the actor strike is over, which means that stars are able to talk about and promote their movies again. I'm personally really excited about this, and I know that the actors are probably even more excited.
Hi, I'm Timothy Chalamet. I'm hosting SNL this week with Boy Genius.
Timothy, I'm so excited.
Willy Wonka.
What?
Sorry, the actor strike just ended. I could finally promote my movie.
Oh, well, congrats. That's
Willy Wonka, chocolate man. Willy Wonka, chocolate.
A huge question that has been surfacing the internet is the MCU in shambles? I find the question to be pretty harsh, but I can kind of see where people are coming from. I'm going to share my views on the topic. Just to repeat myself, though, I said kinda, not fully understand. Now, to start us off, the Marvels. A lot of people aren't liking it, but I found it really good. I feel like it was one of the funniest Marvel movies, and it was just very fun and entertaining. The character chemistry between Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and Monica Rambeau was also amazing. And the villain wasn't the greatest of all time, but it worked really well for the movie. In all, I really enjoyed the Marvels. And like I have previously stated, I find it to be one of the better MCU movies. In a moment here, we are going to get into the future, but before that, let's talk about Loki Season 2. I'm going to need to heavily look at my notes for this one because there is a lot to unpack. I am going to warn you now, if you are not completely caught up with the MCU, that I would click off this video and come back later because I will be talking spoilers. So, Loki Season 2 and all was very good. I didn't like it as much as the first season, but it was amazing. Now, the season finale, a lot of people are loving it. I found the direction they take it to be amazing, but parts of it I felt like they could expand on. So, I like what they have, but I wish they added a little more. Like, for example, when they brought back He Who Remains, I feel like before he just gets written off again, I was hoping to see Loki and He Who Remains fight. Now, I am very excited about the very end where Loki becomes the god of time. That is really cool, and that is one of my favorite Loki suits now. Now, it didn't tie into Secret Wars as much as I thought it would. It kind of leaves it on as where the beginning of the season started a little bit, but I feel like we're going to learn more as the movies continue to release. Now let's talk about the future, which includes some very good news as well as some not so good news. So, X-Men are coming to the Marvel Universe, as we saw at the end of the Marvels with the Fox X-Men, which I think is really cool, and that probably does tie directly into Secret Wars. There are also some rumors of the original Avengers returning, which I'm very excited about because I do miss seeing Robert Downey Jr. play Iron Man and Chris Evans play Captain America, etc. And there are still so many new characters with a lot of potential, like Shang-Chi and Moon Knight, who are both some of my all-time favorite Marvel characters. So I feel like the MCU has a ton of hope. Now, there are being a lot of delays, and that is a huge problem because the actor of Blade is threatening to leave Marvel because of it. And Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars are delayed until 2026 and 2027, which seems like a long time, but I don't have a huge problem with it because as long as we're getting great quality, I'd say it's worth it. Now, Deadpool 3 will be the only movie that releases in 2024 and will be releasing at the end of July, so I am really excited about that. Now, for the most part, I think that the MCU is in good shape for a very bright future, although there is one thing that I think is terrible news if it happens. So Kevin Feige, rumor is he's thinking about shelving Kang, and I feel like Kang is possibly one of the best villains they've introduced into the MCU, and with all the build-up, I don't know how they would do that. Now, for the exciting news on James Gunn's new DC Cinematic Universe. We have our first official release date. The first movie in James Gunn's cinematic universe, Superman Legacy, will release on July 11th, 2025. I am very excited about this because James Gunn and Damien Chazelle are my two favorite movie directors, and I have faith that James Gunn will do DC very well. Now that wraps up episode 2 of The City of Stars. Hopefully you all enjoyed it, and I'm excited to see you all in the next episode.